The name of tonight's story continues with our Passport Bros history lessons. And the name of this story, this article, Why German Women Want Negro Husbands. All right, so let's get into this. Now, I have to zoom in on this because this is an article that's been not really photocopied, but photographed. Unmarried, mate-hungry German women are looking to U.S. Negro males to solve Germany's worst husband shortage. At no other time in world history have so many white women ever sought Negro husbands. For the most part, the German women who now seek Negro civilian husbands had wartime contacts with Negro GIs, but others have simply heard glowing stories about the desirability of a Negro husband. As one result, Negro civilian travelers in Germany are besieged by German girls. As another result, U.S. Negro publications are getting what is this? I can't read this word. Sacks full of mail from Fräuleins who beg the editors to find me a Negro husband. Typical of some of the German women who have written for Negro husbands are these pictured below. Many of these women have children who had Negro GIs as fathers. Some of these children will be going to school for the first time after Easter. There are many others who do not have children, but who see marriage to an American Negro as the best and fastest way of getting to America because the German quota of 25,837 a year is overfulfilled. If girls meet the physical, political, and other requirements of an alien to enter the country, they would be permitted to enter regardless of quotas. Some U.S. Negroes have married German girls and brought their brides back with them. Others want to follow suit. You know what's so funny? I actually had this man was 85 years old, and he actually was a black GI, and he actually married a German woman. Now, believe it or not, they were married up until her death, and she ended up with, what is it called? Not, what was that word called when you lose your mind? What is that called? Wait. It'll come back to me. I'm going to think. Dementia. Yes, she had dementia as she got older because you know how your brain falls apart. It turns to mush as you get older. And she suffered from dementia for a short time, and then she had Alzheimer's, and I believe it's either dementia is part of Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's part of dementia. It's like an umbrella term basically, but your brain is turning to mush for the most part. She died, and he was really broken up about it. Like, you know, he really loved her and this, that, and other, and she made him very, very happy. The last time I saw him, he was leaving because here's the problem. When she died, he had no reason to keep that big old house. So he ended up selling the house, and he moved into like assisted living or something. But this man was like 85, 86 years old. So, these Fräuleins, these Herr Fräulein, yeah. So anyway, let's see. Paradoxically, the hunger for a Negro husband is a direct outgrowth of Hitler's racism. The Nazis managed to have 300,000 to 500,000 German soldiers killed on battlefields from Norway to North Africa and directed the murder of untold millions of Jewish men and women and anti-Hitler youth. Many of these men would have been of marriage age by now. The result has been a man shortage that has completely changed Germany's morality and sense of fidelity. Man sharing and husband sharing are common, and competition for husbands is intense. Every U.S. editor of a major Negro publication has received many letters from German girls who want Negro husbands. Some, perhaps the majority, want husbands to care for the half Negro, half German, where does this continue? Babies left by departing GIs. So they want you to basically be a Negro German cleanup bro. So I guess they would call you Spatza. You'd be a Spatza. You'd be a Spatza cleanup bro. Yeah, you'd be a Spatza cleanup bro. Spatza. Yes, this is my, hi, my name is Helga, and this is my Spatza cleanup bro. Yeah? Listen, I don't speak German. I don't know shit about, well, I kind of learned a couple of phrases a long time ago, but, I never actually took the language. Believe it or not, I actually have a family member who lived in Berlin and actually speaks this, but I don't know anything about it. Like, I think one of the phrases that I learned, and I'll never forget it, was like, Hvor ist der Krankenhaus? And I think that means, where is the ambulance? No, the Krankenwagen is like the ambulance, and Krankenhaus is like the hospital, I believe. Hvor ist der Krankenhaus? And, Hvor ist der Kuh? And that's like, where's the cow? Like, I remember just a couple of phrases, and I probably suck at pronouncing it at this point because I learned it like 10 years ago. Anyway, you're going to be a Svatsa. Can I see your papers, please? So anyway, who want to sport wedding rings, but many are purely mercenary or else are looking for a way to come to the U.S. The usually futile and frantic letters are generally written in English. The letters are usually futile because American law will not permit a marriage by male girl to enter this country. And that's part of the Mann Act. The Mann Act, you can marry somebody, but they make it so that you can't do any like trafficking or prostitution or anything, which is like, when passport bros get accused of being predators and traffickers and all this by these useless liberal educated feminists. The reality is there's no way that the Mann Act applies because you're getting married to these women. So anyway, some of the letters come from obviously well-educated upper-class girls. Others are from girls whose language is as racy as GI jokes. Still, others are from women who seem to have been wronged or at least separated from their boyfriends by the sudden and unexpected movements of war and occupation. One thing all the letters have in common is the snapshot. So yeah, you see they have, they want you to be their Svatsa cleanup, bro. So here you have Tessie Warner of Munich, and here you have, I can't even read that because it's so blurry. Yeah, these women look terrible. But I tell you, back then, I guess they were like sevens, I guess, considering it was, post-war Germany. So I guess they were sevens. Not a few send frayed photographs of their Negro wartime lovers and ask, can you find this man? He promised to marry me and take me to the States. One such letter said the man lived at 9 something something, I can't read that, 109th Street, which would place his home in the Hudson River between Upper Harlem and New Jersey. Most of the letter writers simply want marriage to any Negro who would have them. If a courtship did develop through the mail, the man would have to go to Germany to marry his fiancée. Marriages by international mail are not recognized by U.S. Immigration Department officials. Even if the suitor went to Germany, he would have to get permission from the U.S. consul to enable the bride to enter the States with him. With the laws stacked against them and the trip to Germany too costly for most U.S. Negroes, German women are looking the wrong way when they look to America to supply them with Negro husbands. Despite this, the Luftpost has replaced the Luftwaffe, and unmarried German women still airmail pleading letters to U.S. Negro publications in their search for Negro husbands. Is there any more, or is that it? I think that's it for that part. Oh, and then I think if I go down a little bit more, the way this publication is, it's hard to read. In villages and big cities all over Germany, photographers are reaping a small harvest by making flattering photographs for export. According to the photos, many of the women are extremely beautiful. What's that word? Max something haired. I can't really see that word that well. Raven haired lovelies, maybe? Raven haired, I think. For the most part, all the women are in the same age bracket, 20 to 30. Hilds, one such girl wrote, "Today I like writing to you because I like to find a nice Negro husband. I want a chance to go to the States and get a nice father for my baby, which is 15 months old and colored." Her picture showed a comely 26-year-old girl with a beautiful baby. One of the best looking girls, according to her picture, is blonde, Pauline Christian, who gives some of the fundamental reasons why German girls so vividly seek Negro husbands. "I have met a few colored men," Pauline wrote, "and would like a Negro husband. I like them because they are kind and generous and their character is outstanding." Pauline is 24, childless, and works as a typist. Well, hey, if she's childless, hey, no problem. Although blanket generalizations are hard to support with facts, German women have made one big generalization about U.S. Negro males. They are kind husbands and desirable lovers. Nearly all the letters contain praise of one Negro they are seeking, or Negro men in general. Not a few send frayed photographs of their Negro wartime lovers and ask, "Can you find this man?" I think I already read that. Yeah. Okay, so that's the story right there. That is the story. So, as you can see, passport bros are absolutely nothing new. And as I read in the last story about "Are Japanese women better wives?" As you can see, and by the way, this specifically applies to the American black man, okay? The American black man. When you're an American black man, let me tell you something. The entire planet, regardless, you've heard a lot of bullshit, you've heard a lot of lies and conjecture and rumor and stuff in the news, but let me tell you something. This entire planet is still a planet looking for American black men. We're not talking about Africans. That's something else. We're talking about American black. If you're an American black man, let me tell you something. If you can find, I don't know, maybe I'll do an interview, because here's the thing. American black men who've lived in Germany specifically, they'll tell you women were all over them. American black men who live in Japan will tell you in a second, oh, those women are all over them. American black men live in South Korea. You've seen a couple of channels. American black men get married in South Korea. Some of these women are all over them. All over them. Don't let these women here with these stupid ass TikTok videos tell you otherwise. The reality is, we know better than that. You get that passport, the world's your freaking oyster. All you got to do is stick something in there and shimmy that bastard open. The world's your oyster. And let me tell you this. Europe right now is literally being torn apart. The whole place. Do you understand how many opportunities, especially if you're looking for marriage? You see, these TikTok women, they don't get it. They're shame, blaming, and explaining to you. They're trying to SBE you. shame, blame, and explain to you. They're trying to shame you. Oh yeah, well you shouldn't need a passport. You're a loser. You can't handle these black queens. You can't handle these American queens. Not only that, it's not even just the black women. It's the white ones too. Oh, yeah, well, you're like a predator. And, intersectional feminism is showing that there's so many of these women who are like totally disenfranchised. And you shouldn't be going over there because when you go over there, you're just preying on these women who have nothing else but their ass to sell. So you're a predator. And basically, somebody ought to report you to us.gov. So, yeah, you're going to be hearing a whole lot of that shit because what did they say? What did the news story just say? I post these news stories. I put the news stories there for you to see them. What did it say? By 2030, 45% of these women are going to be single and childless. Think about that for a second. 45%. Where are the men going to be? We're going to be getting our passports. Like, what? No, listen, ladies, on TikTok, we ain't playing. We ain't playing. We're not taking the insults. The shaming, we're not taking it no more. We're not taking it. There's a Fräulein waiting for us in Berlin. Das Fräulein is waiting for us in Berlin. We ain't taking this nonsense, though. We are not taking it at all. At all. What did they say? So they shame you. And then they blame you. Oh, yeah, well, it's all your fault. It's the passport bros that ruined everything. It's like first of all, you had insincere relationships with the women and the queens here. And then you're just going overseas so that you can prey on the women over there. So they shame you, they blame you, and then they explain to you. Oh, yeah, but no, you're supposed to save your resources for the women here. And by the way, you probably owe back child support. And if you owe back child support to a queen, you're supposed to save your resources here for these children here. Because these children here need to be taken care of. But you're not a man. You short, you bald. And then on top of that, your little thing don't work. You got the erectile dysfunction, you short, you bald, and you got hairline fractures. You should be saving your resources for a queen. Herr Fräulein, here I am, Herr Fräulein. Herr Fräulein. Why are you even wasting time, guys? Get your passport. What is it? $165 plus tax or something? I just had mine renewed to go to Maldives. I think it was like $170 with the shipping and handling and all that. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You chasing after a queen who basically doesn't respect you, is shaming you, blaming to you, and explaining to you, does not respect you, called you bald, called you short. Meanwhile, her hair's not even real. That's number one. You can rip it right off her head. Number two, got raptor claws. Number three, got boogers and snot dripping down a nose ring, which is the nastiest thing to have in your face. You got something up your nose, a damn ring with bacteria and boogers and snot and mucus and fecal matter. And I'm like, you're really going to take the shame, blame, and explain here? Really? Really? So guys, you already know what it is. This has been right here. This has been another Big Truck Series review, Passport Bro history lesson right here.
To be continued.